If you ask me what's the longest thing that I've ever stuck to in my life, the answer is easy: tennis. This year marks my 6th year for holding a racket. At first, my parents just signed the sport up to tire me out, but now it's the best gift that I've ever given to myself. So now let me share you the 4 moments that changed my tennis journey and made me who I am today. The first moment was the hardest, the one that almost ended my tennis story before it really started. I was 8 when I first picked up a racket. Small, clumsy, and honestly, my attitude was so bad that I barely stared at the ball on the court that hit the ball. My coach saw all that, plus my totally average body condition, no special height, no explosive speed, just a tiny kid who hated to following rules. And every swing for me felt like lifting a bag of rice. I was not strong enough to lift rice back then. So at last, my coach talked to my parents quietly that he didn't want me to keep training anymore. He said I had no talent, a bad attitude, and we just couldn't communicate. Those words hit me like a hard slap to the chest. I feel ashamed, but more than that, I feel angry, like, how dare he said I can't do it. So for the first time, tennis stopped being a boring class. It became something that I can prove myself. I begged for one more chance to my parents that I worked my hardest. And then tennis stopped being a chore. It became a goal. Then came the warm restart I've never expected. When I was in grade 5 and 6, coronavirus came. Schools closed, parks were empty, and I was just stuck at home bouncing off the walls. That's when my parents found Coach Huang, the most patient and kindest coach I've ever met. He didn't care about your messy past or social skills. He just saw a girl who still wanted to try. So at last, I joined his small team, only 4 of us. And from that time, tennis stopped being lonely anymore. I trained with my 4 friends. We ran laps side by side. We teach other swings gently. And for the first time, I truly and deeply fall in love with tennis because I finally find a place where I truly belonged. The third moment was when I entered junior high and transferred to Beijing Haidian Foreign Language School. And somebody know that in this school, they have professional tennis training classes every day. So that's really convenient for me because there's no more skipping between school and training courts. But the best thing that happened there for me is that I found my best friend and best coach there. I was my friends, we trained together, and we even hang out after training. We even studied together. And my best coach always traveled with us to every single matches. He will stay up late to analyze the opponent's strength, and he will usually comfort me when I feel down. Those 2 years at school were a huge leap for me. My confidence grew, my skills got sharper, but the best thing is that I finally found a family on and off the court. The last moment, the 4th one, in this July when my parents, my coach, and my training partner flew to Singapore with me to achieve the Asian Juniors Championships. Our clothes were dripping, our water bottles were empty in just 10 minutes because Singapore is too hot and we both have singles and doubles matches. My scope was turning red and peeling off a little. After the singles game, we are totally exhausted. Our legs are like noodles and we can barely lift our racket. But we sighed to each other and said, and if we lose, we'll treat ourselves the biggest ice cream in Singapore. So me and my training partner stepped onto the court again. But unsurprisingly, 0-3. We already lose 3 sets. And the most dramatic thing is that the opponent's coach stood up from his seat and leave the court. He think they are already won and we are lose. Me and my training partner were both angry. Like, does he think we are really that bad? We are tired, not defeated. We looked out of the court. Our parents and our friends are cheerful for we, and those kind of encouragement did give us energy. So we stepped onto the court again and fight for every point. We cheered for each other when we win the point. Finally, we got the champion. After we win the last point, we hugged together, we threw our racket, and we are so happy that we got these championships. So I want to say that this championship wasn't just about the trophy. It was about that it told me, no matter how far behind you are, do not let anyone to count you out, especially have ice cream as motivation. So I want to tell everybody that if you find something that's hard, something that you want to give up in your life, just stick with it. Because the best things in life aren't about perfect. Find someone who cheers for you, and find someone who can make you happy, and find your hobby that can make you energetic. Thank you.